We are joined by Long Beach State head coach Alan Knipe and Aidan Knipe after a 3-0 defeat in the finals of the 2022 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship presented by the Hawaiian Islands. We'll start by asking Coach for an opening statement and then open the floor to questions from media members in the room. We ask all media to please identify yourself and your outlet before asking your question. First, Coach, just an opening remark about tonight's finals.
Yeah, I mean, 3 deuce games like usual when these two teams play. It was a great atmosphere, and we needed to make a play here or there and to get those. Just like when we were at the Pyramid, we made a couple of plays on those deuce games we played over there. So, disappointing that we weren't able to to make a play late and get one of those to go our way. But we did a lot of good things, and we're playing really, really good volleyball. We got some guys out on the court for the first time in a while this weekend, and who performed well in a big moment. And there's not a whole lot we can do right now than sit back and trust the process of this crazy selection stuff. But we feel obviously very, very good about our body of work and a lot of the criteria and RPI where we sit, and that's where I am. So congratulations to Hawaii, though. They played really, really well. They They played well in big moments, and the little plays here and there went their way, and a lot of it was due to effort. So credit to them; they played hard.
Talk about playing this game at Hawaii's home gym. How impactful do you think that was tonight?
Yeah, I think it was huge. I mean, just like it would be at the Pyramid. It's it's a tough thing. Obviously, you want to be at your home gym, especially where you're the number 1 seed. We're the only number 1 seed in all the tournaments that we're playing in a not their home gym. But that's not up for me to make a decision why those things happen. It is what it is. That doesn't change the fact that we want to make a play here or there. But like I said, we played really close sets at the Pyramid against these guys, and got to play here or there. So who knows? Maybe we'll be nice to play them on a neutral court and see what happens then, right? That would be fun. Seems like we've been playing each other's gyms in big moments for many, many years in a row now. We haven't seen each other in a neutral gym. That would be kind of fun.
Coach, along what you said about Hawaii being able to win those, get those key points late, right?
Yeah.
Do you see the biggest difference in Hawaii tonight as opposed to when you saw them at the beginning of the month?
Yeah, I just think execution late. It comes down to a play here or there. I don't think there's much difference in the quality of the teams. Both teams play in the number 1 power league, the number 1 ranked RPI league, with incredible matches that we play all year long. I mean, it's going to come down to a play here or there. If we play this series out and keep going, we'll probably get different results each night we play. That's just the way it is. But I'm proud of my guys. I'm resilient. How good the guys were in the moments, and I'm proud of the way we handled the environment. You go from playing in gyms with nobody in it to playing in gyms that are packed and something that they've never seen. And to be honest with you, I think it's an incredible environment, and it's what every college athlete wants to be part of. So it's great. I'm okay with everything, and I'm really confident in the fact that, and I believe that the selection committee will do the right thing. Hawaii was in the same situation last year, but they lost in the semifinals and with the number 1 seed in the Final Four. So, the NCAA has an opportunity they've gotten better at the selection committee process over the years. And, they created an RPI, which is emotional. And the RPI, we've been the number 1 ranked team in the country in RPI for over a month. And number 2 strength of schedule and the number 1 strength of conference. I can't imagine they'd be having any conversations about teams in other sports if the number 1 RPI team isn't even going to make the NCAA tournament. I mean, I just don't believe that, and every person that I've talked to feels the same way. So congratulations to Hawaii. I really believe that this conference, the strongest conference in volleyball, and it has been for a couple of years now, deserves the right to have 2 teams in the NCAA tournament and battling for it. That's my honest opinion. So.
Another thing, in that series, Muklius really struggled for Hawaii. He came out, had 16 tonight. How big of a difference was that?
Yeah, Yeah, I thought he did a good job. We got him a couple of times. He hit 267. He did a good job. But I think that all in all, it really comes down to our point scoring situations. Being able to convert some of the transition plays we had early, and I thought the serving and passing battle kind of fluctuated between both teams. And at times we had it, and at times they had it, and they seemed to have it a little bit later in sets.
Hey, Coach Knipe, Brian McInnes with Spectrum News. Obviously, a very heavy workload for Nicola. I'm sure there's been several nights like that this year. Did you guys deliberately try to diversify your attack to open set 3 to maybe give him, some time to breathe?
Yeah, it's always something we want to do is we want to have all our guys going. And a lot of it in volleyball, as you know, is you can draw it up how you want, but the serving and passing game dictates a lot of the offense. So some of it we were limited by that at times that made us look a little one-dimensional, but that's what Hawaii was a little bit at times too because of our serving. That's just kind of the ebbs and flows of the game. You would like to stay away from that as much as you can, and that's when you get a much cleaner game. But we didn't have that tonight, and it's rare. To be honest with you, in all the big matches that I've been coaching in for the years I've been involved, it rarely feels super comfortable in big matches. If you can't get comfortable in the uncomfortable in big matches, you're going to have a tough time playing in these and being successful. So. We come over here, we play as the number 1 seed here in this environment, and we have 3 deuce games where we have a couple of opportunities to win some of those games. Our guys are going to feel good about that. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. Let's go home. Let's work on a couple of things. Let's be better, and let's get after it.
Aidan, speak to that a little, what Coach just said about that optimism of what you can take from this experience here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going home and practicing tomorrow, but I think we're going to take a lot from this match. It's a great environment, and although it was a sweep, we're still right there, and we're serving on match point or set point in the first and the second. So it could have gone either way, but we just need to find a way to have the edge towards the end of sets.
Long Beach State leaves Hawaii with a 20-5 record. Best of luck moving forward. Oh, someone has a question. One moment. Go ahead with your question.
Hey, Aidan, this is Alan Hoshida with KHON here, but in Hawaii. But kind of the same what Coach talked about. Last year, Hawaii was in the same position. Why do you think this could be a good thing for you guys to go through now when obviously you want to win out, but you can lose this one, learn from it, and then now take attention to the NCAA tournament?
Well, I can't speak for all the guys on our roster, but I know for me it was unbelievably difficult sitting there after the match, watching them raise the trophy. But, good for them. They won the match. They beat us. But it kind of lights a fire under your ass a little bit and gets us going. So I think now that we got that out of the way, I think we can just go home and take care of business.
This environment, this is not uncommon. When UH and Long Beach met in the finals in 2019, we won 2 games at the Pyramid and lost a conference tournament game here. And if you go back before that, the year before that, we played Hawaii in the finals of the Big West at the Pyramid and won. In the last conference final of the MPSF, it was at the Pyramid and Long Beach won. There's this pattern here, and I think that it's close volleyball. What you really want in this whole situation, and I think that hopefully this will be a cry to the NCAA for bracket expansion, so you're not in a situation that these incredibly close, talented teams are not getting a chance to get in, regardless of how it falls out for anything. And I think that's what I'm hoping for in the future, because you don't want anyone to be left out. But I feel really good about the fact that we've been number 1 in RPI, the projected number 1 seed even in bracketology for the last month. And we're gonna go to bed tonight knowing that and lean on what we did and what our school did as far as preparing us, what our athletic director did, freeing us up to schedule like we did. When you have the number 2 schedule, you're bringing lots of teams in and you're going on trips. Even when it was a little dicey at the beginning of the year to get RPI points and winning those matches. And when you're willing to do that and you end up with the number 1 RPI, that's what it's in place for. So I have a lot of belief in in the way we did things and the way we played all season long, and I think the committee will have to take a look at that.
Yeah, I was just asking because each group's new and each group needs their own kind of scar tissue to kind of do what they need to do. And then Coach Knipe, the one for you is we get to ask Hawaii all the time what this rivalry means to them. I know you guys have the black and blue rivalry with Irvine, but what does the rivalry with Hawaii mean to your program?
You have, especially lately, and I'm talking like probably in the last 10 years here, you have the two athletic departments that have committed the most to building men's volleyball with their fans, with their arenas, with their support of their programs, with the investment of their athletic directors. I think and then of course the split from the conference to create Big West Volleyball and winning the last 3 national championships. I think that it's been great for the game. The rivalry between the two schools has been great for the game. People anticipate the matches. They know it's going to be good volleyball. It's raising men's volleyball and the awareness of men's volleyball, and it's making people want to chase what's going on at these two schools. So, yeah, it's a big deal. I have a lot of respect for what Hawaii does and the product they put on the floor and how hard they play and the environment they create. And they bring good volleyball out of us, and I know we do that for them. And I don't know what the overall record is, but usually every time we do this, since it goes back, it ebbs and flows a game or two. It usually ends up around 500. And that means there's probably been over 100 matches against these two teams, and both teams have probably won close to 50. So it's great. I love everything about it when we play in both environments. I like the pyramid just a little bit more.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Coach Knipe, what do you see as the ideal, in your opinion, future of the Big West tournament and how that's handled as far as rotations or neutral site or things along those lines?
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is to that because I think we had kind of some thoughts as a conference when it started and then COVID hit. So I'm not trying to take the COVID out, but I don't really have a great answer for that right now. It is what it is. My honest answer is I'm just so glad that our student athletes are playing again in this environment, and it feels like college sports again. Those couple of years with the student athletes was brutal, and I'll let the administrators worry about that, and I'll just be fired up for our guys and how they're feeling that they're playing college volleyball again in big environments with packed houses with a lot on the line.
Congratulations on a successful season to date, and best of luck going forward.